Alrighty, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys. And today I'm going to be doing my full review of the Tiergrade wireless Bluetooth magnetic earbuds. So, y'all already know how this goes. I usually shoot my unboxing and first impressions, then I start my review process, and I feel that I pretty much got a handle on everything I want to talk about with you guys for the full review, so it's full review time. So let's get into this. Now, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall build quality and design of the earbuds. Now, from a build quality perspective, the earbuds are constructed quite well. There's no rattling, there's no creaking of any kind, and it feels solid. You know, it doesn't feel cheaply made. It actually feels like it was constructed quite well. So that means that the build quality is actually really good. Now, in terms of design, the design is very, very good as well. You can see they went with a very lightweight and portable approach. You got your ear wings, and honestly, guys, it's a very, very, very good design. And from a comfort standpoint, it's actually very comfortable to wear for extended periods. And you guys know that's actually very important. Now, let's go over the core features of the earbuds, and then we're going to keep it moving. Now, one main feature, and you know it's very big in my book, is the overall Bluetooth functionality in this guy. Now, Bluetooth-wise, it has Bluetooth 4.1, I want to say. I think I covered that in the unboxing. It was either 4.1 or 4.0, but Bluetooth is very important because, you know, we're doing that hashtag no cable lifestyle, so you know how it is. Another core feature is that this guy has a built-in mic, which means that you are able to make and receive phone calls. And spoiler, the mic on this is actually really, really good. We're going to talk about it a little bit more later. And yeah, a nice real portable design. And of course, I forgot to talk about it, but the magnetic feature. So it is magnetic. So you guys, if you follow me on Google Plus, y'all will notice that I posted some pictures the other day showing you the ways in which you could wear these headphones. And y'all did see I had it magnetically clasped around my neck like a necklace. That's pretty cool because then you can wear it and you don't have to worry about putting it in a bag or pouch, although it did come with its own carrying pouch, which is also pretty good. Didn't really use it that much because I just wore it around my neck like a necklace. So that pretty much covers the core features of these earbuds here. Moving on, let's talk about for a second the sound quality and the volume in these earbuds. Now, from a sound quality perspective, these earbuds are actually quite good. The sound is very crisp and clear, and there's no distortion on the high or the low ends of the spectrum here. So the sound quality here is really good. Now, in terms of volume, the volume here is really good as well. The headphones actually get quite loud, almost jarringly loud. I couldn't find myself listening to it at max volume for extended periods of time just because of how loud it got. But if you guys like listening to your music loud, you're definitely going to love these headphones here. Side note, the bass on these guys were okay. You know, it didn't really have a ton of bass, but it definitely had something there. But that's understandable that it didn't have a ton of bass, because if you look at the size of these earbuds, where are you going to put a big driver? I don't know. So not having a lot of bass is understandable. But from a sound quality and volume perspective, these earbuds are quite good. Next, I want to talk about with you guys the mic quality. And as you can see, the mic is right there. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Black doesn't show up too well on camera. But from a mic quality perspective, I have to say that the mic on these earbuds are actually quite good. Quite good indeed. Now, I've been using this for a while now, almost a week, give or take a few days. And I've made phone calls, I've did my Google Now commands, I've dictated text, I've done a ton of stuff testing the microphone, and I'm very happy to report to you guys that I had no issues with the mic. I didn't have to go in and turn features off. I just used it how it was out of the box. Had no issues. And in terms of phone calls, I took a few phone calls and caller said I sounded very crisp and clear and there was no distortion or any issues of any kind. So that's just a testament to how good the mic is on these earbuds. So the mic on this, really solid. Next, let's go over the steps to pair this guy. Now, this works with any Bluetooth enabled device. I'm demonstrating this on my smartphone, but I've actually connected it up to many smartphones and my stick PC and my desktop, and it worked no problem. Sorry for that airplane flying overhead if you guys can hear that. But it worked no problem. But anyways, just wanted to point that out. Let's jump into this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to power on the device, put it in pairing mode. Now you get an audible tone. Let me see if I can catch that on camera real quick. So you power it on. Press and hold. And then you see it goes straight into pairing mode. Alright, now with the device in pairing mode, you go over to the device that you want to connect it up to, and you navigate to settings, navigate to Bluetooth, and you turn it on, and you make it visible to nearby Bluetooth devices. Then it's going to scan automatically. If it doesn't pick it up automatically on the scan, you click refresh, and you wait for it to come up. Now, on certain devices, you may need to enter a passcode, which is located in the user manual that I showed you guys on my unboxing and first impressions. But it's going to scan, and when it does, you should look for this right here. It's going to say Tiergrade SK01. So you're going to tap that, and it's going to start the pairing process, and it should take a few seconds in pair. And you'll get an audible tone. I don't know if you guys caught that, letting you know device is connected and you're ready to go. So that pretty much covers the steps to pair. Now what I want to do for you guys is pull up a little YouTube video. I was listening to something earlier, and I'm just going to let you guys hear how it sounds. Now, I don't know how well my mic is going to pick up the lower volumes, so we're just going to max it out and test it at 100%. So let me turn this guy up to 100% here. And now I'm going to be quiet so you guys can hear. I'm going to hold this up to the mic. Alright, here we go. Alright, that should cover it. So, real quick, that was a little demo for you guys. And I have to say, guys, the way I demo these things really doesn't do it justice. But I use what I have, and there you go. I hope it picked it up clearly, because this really is a quality set of earbuds here. So, just wanted to point that out. Y'all got a little demonstration. Now, let's keep it moving. Next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall Bluetooth range and the Bluetooth strength. Now, range-wise, the manufacturer quotes these earbuds as having a range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I can actually tell you guys that that is spot on. I had no issues with the range as long as I was in the designated range that the manufacturer specified. I had no issues with the earbuds whatsoever. Now, in terms of strength, the strength of these guys are actually really, really good. But I do have to tell you guys, in spots with a ton of interference, it is actually going to break up quite a lot until you reduce the interference. I did have issues where I was using it and it got a little distorted, and that was because of the things that I had it connected up to. As I said, I connected it to a lot of smartphones, and I connected it to my stick PC. And the stick PC generates a lot of interference because it's behind the TV. And for those of you guys who don't know, TVs and speakers tend to generate the most interference when it comes to Bluetooth products. So the strength takes a little bit of a hit there, but if you're in places with little to no interference, the strength should be spot on. Just wanted to point that out. And a little side note, guys, this guy does connect up to 2 devices at the same time. What you want to do is, you just want to follow the steps to pair that I showed y'all, connect it to one, then turn it off on that first device, connect it to another device, and then turn them both on and hit connect in the Bluetooth settings, and it should connect to both devices, no problem. If you do have a problem, toggle on and off Bluetooth and follow the steps again, but I can tell you it works no problem. And I was actually able to use 2 devices simultaneously while testing these earbuds. So, just wanted to point that out. Actually, you can call that another core feature, but throw it up there in the core features if you want. Just had to point that out before I forgot. Next, let's talk about the durability of these headphones. Now, from a durability standpoint, guys, these earbuds are actually very, very durable. Now, they've dropped several times since I've got them, and they still function as if brand new. Now, I'm a little bit of a clutch, you can say, or butterfingers, so I tend to drop things a lot. And the fact that they held up so well and continue to hold up so well is just a testament to their overall durability. So the durability on these guys is actually really, really good. Boom. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall battery life and charge times. Now, in terms of charge times, in the user manual, the manufacturer states that this guy should take approximately an hour and 50 minutes or an hour and a half, depending on how you look at it, to charge. And I found that that was almost spot on, depending on what you use to charge it. Now, if you use your USB port on your computer, your laptop, whatever you have, and charge these guys, I found that it took me, at least in my testing, it took me a little bit over 2 hours to reach a full charge from completely dead. Now, when I say completely dead, let me just point this out. When the battery is low, you get an audible tone letting you know battery is low. Now, it'll do that every 30 seconds for 3 times, and then it'll power itself off. So, from completely dead to full, using the USB port on your laptop or computer or anything you have with a USB port, I found that in my testing it took about 2 hours, and I actually tested that a few times and kept landing on that 2 hour mark. Now, if you use a wall brick and a USB cable and charge it, I've actually found that in my testing it took about an hour and 45 minutes to reach full charge from dead, or about an hour and 50 minutes or so if you caught it when it said battery low. So the manufacturer numbers for this were actually spot on. Again, keep in mind it depends on what you use to charge. As I reported to you guys, it depends on what you use. But in my particular testing, using the computer and or other things, it took 2 hours. Using the wall brick, it took about an hour and 45 minutes. So, just wanted to point that out for you guys. Now, I know I repeated that a lot, but I really want you guys to hear those numbers. Yeah. So, moving on, in terms of battery life, the manufacturer again quoted that you would get 8 hours of overall talk time. They didn't talk about the music. But in my particular testing, which is almost always mixed usage because I'm doing a lot with my mobile devices or my computers. Everything is pretty much like my mobile office these days, unless I'm home and doing things. Even still, I connect a lot of things up via Bluetooth. But in my particular texting with mixed usage, I found that I was pretty much able to get a little bit over 8 hours, maybe 8 hours and 20 minutes, give or take a few minutes. And, it was funny because usually this is the point where I tell you guys it really depends on the volume at which you keep the earphones. And, this is not the case in this regard. Now, in terms of battery, this guy has a 55 milliamp hour battery in it. And pretty much I was able to get a little bit over 8 hours regardless of what I was doing, regardless of what the volume was set at. That's pretty much what I got, and I've tested this a bunch of times, guys, a bunch of times, and that's what I got. So, again, kudos to Tiergrade for having some very accurate information in the user manual, almost spot on. So, that pretty much goes over the charge times and the overall battery life for you guys. Next, this is where we talk about the positives and the negatives. Now, let's start off with the positives. From a positive aspect, you have a lot going for you if you pick up these earphones. Now, they have a lightweight and portable design. They have Bluetooth functionality in them. They have very crisp and clear audio on the low and high ends, and they actually get very, very loud. They have a built-in mic, which lets you make and receive phone calls, and they're actually very, very durable. And the battery life, pretty much you have enough battery life here to get you through a standard 9 to 5 work day, depending on what you're doing. Alright, so that pretty much covers the positives. Now, from a negative standpoint, there wasn't really too much here. I mean, the Bluetooth strength could use a little bit of work, but keep in mind that that all depends on the amount of interference you have around you and the way in which you wear the earphones or earbuds. So that can either be a positive or negative. It depends on how you take it. And the battery life. Now, the battery life could be a little bit better. 8 hours, it gets you through a full work day. But for the quality of headphones that you're getting here, I kind of wish that the battery life was a little bit better. But it is what it is. And the charge times, again, for the size of battery that's in this guy, I do wish that it charged a little bit faster, but an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours is not bad. So you can pretty much use this all day, and as long as you remember to throw it on the charger before you go to bed, it'll be good to go by the time you wake up in the morning. But again, that can either be a positive or a negative depending on how you look at it. But in my eyes, it's a little bit of a negative, so I put it in the negative section. Alright, so that pretty much covers the positives and the negatives. Alright, now let's talk about the price and my final thoughts. Now, I picked these guys up via Amazon. You can get them via Amazon, and the price that they're going for right now is about $30, about $29.99, but 30. Let's just call it an even 30. Now, if you have Amazon Prime, which I do, that means that you'll get free 2-day shipping, and I can tell you guys that these came quite quickly. So kudos Amazon and kudos Tiergrade for working that out, and it came very quickly. So if you have Amazon Prime and you got $30 to spend, do I recommend that you guys pick this up? And guys, for everything that these headphones do well, I would have to say yes. I can definitely recommend that you guys pick these up. I I really do think you guys will be pleased. Believe me, I'm really pleased. It actually put quite a big smile on my face. I think these are actually going to be one of my favorite pairs of Bluetooth earbuds for the foreseeable future, until somebody can come and take away the earbud crown, the affordable earbud crown from these guys. So, yeah, keep in mind though, if you don't have Amazon Prime, you will have to pay a little bit extra for shipping and handling, and whether you have sales tax or things like that in the state that you're in or the country that you're in. So you got to keep that in mind if you don't have Amazon Prime. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up this full review of the Tiergrade wireless Bluetooth magnetic earbuds. If you guys enjoyed the video, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You guys don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you get notified as soon as new videos become available on YouTube. And don't forget guys, all links to where to purchase this will be down in the video description. And as always, if you know anyone out there looking for some quality performing devices and products at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. Alright, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.